Hi everyone, and welcome to day 30 of 30 Days of Flowers. I'm really excited actually to see whether any of you are going to actually publish your finished pages, sort of take photos and show me. Now I have got my Facebook page, you're very welcome to pop them on there in a comment on a post that I make. I'm not sure if you can post on my page. I don't quite know how it works, but anyway, when I post this video on there, you can always post your pictures in the comments. There's only a few members on the site, so you don't have to be shy. Or if I can see them on Instagram, you can tag me on there. That would be lovely. It's just great fun to see what you've done, even on Johanna Basford your pages. If you pop them on there, I will probably take a photo of the whole page if I can. Trying to think about how I'll fit that in. I have to take my camera off the tripod and photograph it that way, and share it somewhere as well. I'll probably put it on Pinterest and other, maybe on Reddit, not sure, too. But anyway, we're going to colour today the last one. I decided to use the Bambino crayons. I have great fun with these, and so I thought they would be a great way to finish. This looks like some sort of iris to me, and I'm thinking it would look good in blues, but we have already done a flower that looks a bit like this in blues already, so maybe we will do it in pink instead, because I think that might be nice, although we've got quite a lot of pinky purple flowers in this page. We haven't got a yellow at all on this page, but we've done a yellow Bambino picture already, so let's stick with the pink idea. And I'm going to pick out these two colours. So we've got this light pink which has got a whale on it, and this dark pink which has got a moose. Okay, so I'm going to start with the darker one and just start the petals really. Now these Bambino crayons, I don't know how easy they are to get in the USA. They are on UK Amazon, but I struggle to find them on USA Amazon sometimes, so I can't always share the link with you. Bambino do have a website they sell from, and I don't know if they send across to the US. I know sometimes they've been on US Amazon, but I think it may depend on stock levels and things like that. So they may have to have enough to ship over for a warehouse or something. I'm not sure how it all works. But if you don't have them, you can just colour along with any pencils you have in these sorts of colours if you want to copy the colour. So this is the lighter pink, and I'm going to take that colour up to the tip of the leaf, petal even. Now these have got little dots and circles on, and we're not going to ignore those. We will go over the top of the crayon with some pen later to do these dots. Some of them, these look a bit like water droplets. That's very difficult to do in a crayon, and in a small space like this. I have done a video showing you how to do water droplets before. It's not, I found a really sneaky easy way to do it, I think anyway. But as I say, this is quite a small area. I'm not convinced it will work too well. I think you could do it with the crayons though, because you need white, and the white crayon is quite good. So just sort of if you fade the colour with a bit of white and then put a white a white highlight on it, it sort of works. You notice I've coloured right over the top of these teardrop shapes as well, but as I say, I have a plan. For me, there isn't enough contrast in some of the colours, so I'm going to go back in with this darker one, put some dark on top in some areas. And I'm also going to lighten the tips a little bit. I'll show you how. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the really light pink. I haven't used this one a lot. This has got the polar bear, or a bear. Might not be a polar bear. And I'm going to go do the edges of the petals, and you can see it will lighten up that a little bit and blend it too, which is nice. so it helps to cover over the white paper without adding a lot more colour, which is good, like that. And I'm going to use that in the middle too. You can see how pale it is. Okay. Now we have the stem of the flower. We only have 2 shades of green in the Bambino, and they're quite mid-greens. So there is a light and a darker one, but I want a more bluey green to go with this pink. So I'm actually going to start with a layer of blue on my flower and then go over it with the greens so that it looks a little more bluey. I'm just sharpening up my blue. This is the lightest blue in the set. There is a greeny blue, but I just want a lighter shade. And it's got a bird on the wrapper. And I am just going to go over the whole of the leaves and the stem with the blue. I want to keep it fairly even. Don't get too worried about making it really, really even, but you know, just do your best. You might actually like the idea of having this flower with a blue leaf, but I can't cope. I think if I had a page where all the leaves were unconventional colours, I'd be quite okay with that, but just this one. Every other flower on this page has got a green leaf. I couldn't just leave this one blue. But you can. You might want to make it stand out and look different. So there's our blue base. And then I'm going to take the darkest green, which is the one with the frog on it, and do some darker areas. So at the base, not too much there, but here particularly. And what I'm trying to do is put some more layers where it's close to the stem, and then less as we go towards the tip so it fades. We want a nice even transition if we can of colour, because we're going to use our light green in a minute. Put a little bit of dark there as well, maybe here. There we go. And the light green, our light green is got a cow on it, it's really teeny. I'm just going to pop it into my pencil extender. Makes it a little bit easier for this one because it's thin and short. I find it much easier to get a more accurate placement of colour. So let's hold the page so it stays in the lines better, which, as you know, for me is a challenge anyway. So if I can get a bit of help, that's always good. So I'm putting down quite a heavy layer because I want to cover up all that blue. I don't want it to look blue. But I can't get hold of it. There we go. Now I'm going to sweep that in a minute because I've got a lot of bits of crayon everywhere, and then see whether I think it needs to be darker. I'm just going to keep going with this light one a little bit, just make that colour a little more solid. And I've got a little background idea for this one in a minute too. I think I'm going to do the background idea first before I do the white pen, or else it's going to make a mess. Now my idea is to use my cloud stencil just to do a few bits of cloud work behind this flower. I thought might be fun. Now I would tempted to use pastel, but I think it might be a bit messy. I don't want to use the crayons. I want a really light pencil. So I think I'm going to go for one of these pastel pencils. These Core colour, and grab the light blue and use that. And I'll show you how to do it. So we put our stencil in a place where we're going to see quite a bit of it. So I don't want to put it there because there's a lot of leaf. So here, and I'm just gently going to draw around here with my pencil. like that. Okay, and then I'm going to colour underneath where I've drawn, just a little bit of blue. I'm going to start off darker near the line that I drew and then fade it away. I think I'm going to take it right up to that leaf actually, and take this bit just a little beyond down there. Like that. And then we'll do one, yeah, there. So we start here, we don't want it to overlap this flower too much. And we've got a bit there, and we've got a little bit there, there, that's it actually, so we'll put a bit there, a bit under here. We want to fade it before we get to this bit, a bit here, like that, fade it down, and imagine there'd be a bit in here as well, yeah, and here, and this bit. Just to use our imagination a little bit. There we go. We could do, let's think, I think I'll pop another one in here. So a little bit there, a little bit there, whoops, here, up there. My radiator's clicking away. I think it's turning off. It's quite warm. The sun's shining. It's a very sunny, wintry day. It was cloudy earlier as well. I think it's quite warm. I was out earlier. It wasn't very, it was quite warm even though I was quite early. We could do, I think we could do with a little bit coming out here. I want quite a lot of shape to it, so I'm going to use that bit there. I'm not going to come down here. We've got quite a lot going on. I'm just going to come from in here, like that. Okay, and then I can colour in there. Take a little bit down here and up here. It's just a different idea for you. It's a little, might be easier with a larger picture. I don't know. But I have used this before and I was happy with the results. I'll just take that down there a little bit. I think we'll make that do. You could do a little bit over the top, but I think that will interfere with this stem here, so I'm not going to worry about that. So now we need to remember to do our white gel pen, which I was going to do. Yeah, I'd use this Sakura Jelly Roll. This is number 5, so it's quite a fine pen. So I think it will work quite well for all these little tiny dots. There are lots of little dots on this petal. And because we've got a nice solid amount of crayon, it shows up quite well. If you don't have a thick layer of pencil, it just, white pen just fades into the paper. You can experiment with that by doing different amounts of layers of your favourite brand of pencil in your sketchbook, and then going over them afterwards in white and seeing what happens, whether the white shows up or not. Some gel pens are better than others as well, so I find that some work better with certain brands than others, so that can be a factor. My end of my pen's got clogged up. You get a bit clogged up with the pencil or the crayon, whatever you're using. So you just scribble on another page. I'm actually going to use a thicker pen to finish that off. I've got a really thick Posca here. It is called PC3M. And it's a thick bullet tip. I'm just going to dot some in to there because I want that to be quite a thick white bit, and this can deliver quite a splodge of paint. There we go. That's us done. So that's our 30 days completed. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. I hope you coloured along with something, whether it was this or something else, whether you did your own thing or my thing, it doesn't really matter. I hope you did 30 days. I hope it was really good. And thank you so much for watching. Keep watching because there's something new coming tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.